Hey everyone, and welcome. If you're on the hunt for some seriously amazing party appetizers, you are in exactly the right place. Today, I'm going to share 3 of my absolute go-to chicken recipes. You know, the ones that are actually simple to make, taste incredible, and are always the first things to vanish from the table. So let's get right into it. You know that feeling, right? The invitation comes in and your first thought is, oh no, what am I going to bring? You want to make something that people will remember, but you definitely don't want to spend your entire day stuck in the kitchen. Well, I'm happy to say your problem is officially solved. I'm about to walk you through 3 recipes that are, no joke, gonna become your new secret weapons. We're making some incredible aromatic musakhan rolls, some ridiculously creamy chicken spring rolls, and these flaky, savory kudu chicken pastries. Every single one is a total showstopper, and you're gonna be shocked at how easy they really are. Okay, first up is a huge personal favorite of mine, musakhan rolls. These are like little bites of heaven, so crispy on the outside with a filling that is just exploding with this tangy, savory, incredible flavor. Trust me on this one, these are always the first to go. Now, the secret ingredient that makes this dish so special is sumac. If you haven't used it before, sumac is this beautiful, deep red spice that has this bright, tangy, almost lemony flavor. It is the absolute heart of this dish, and it's what gives it that authentic taste. So whatever you do, this is not an ingredient you want to skip. So for the filling, you're going to need about 750 grams of chicken breasts. And listen, when it comes to the onions, do not be shy. You want at least 4, maybe even 6 of them sliced up, because they cook down into this sweet, jammy goodness. A really good olive oil is key here too, about half a cup. And then our star, 4 big tablespoons of sumac plus your spices. For the wrap, we're using sautéed, which is the super thin, soft flatbread that's just perfect for rolling. You won't believe how easy this filling is. You literally just toss your sliced onions, olive oil, sumac, and spices all together in a baking dish. Then you just nestle the chicken breasts right in there and get them all coated in that delicious mixture. Cover it up tight and pop it in the oven. Your whole kitchen is going to smell absolutely amazing. Once that chicken is super tender, it's time to shred. Okay, and here is my biggest tip for this recipe. You have got to shred the chicken while it is still hot. Just get in there with 2 forks and pull it apart. I'm telling you, it practically falls apart on its own. And more importantly, it soaks up all those incredible juices from the onions and the sumac. That right there is the key to a super flavorful filling. All right, for assembly, just cut your bread into big triangles, put a nice spoonful of that amazing filling at the wide end, fold the sides over, and roll it up nice and snug. Lay them all seam side down on your baking sheet. And for that perfect crunch, brush them really well with olive oil and hit them with one last sprinkle of sumac. They just need a quick bake at a high heat and they'll come out perfectly golden and crispy. All right, next up, our second recipe, creamy chicken spring rolls. If you need something that's super fast but also a total knockout, this is the recipe for you. The filling seems almost too simple, but the result is, well, it's just so good. The real magic here is how simple it is. All you need is a couple of boiled and shredded chicken breasts, some chopped green onions for a little bit of bite, and then, the secret ingredient, 3 big tablespoons of cream cheese. That's what makes the filling so rich and creamy. A few basic spices, and that's it. Your filling is ready to go. I mean, it's as easy as just mixing everything together in one bowl. Then you put a little bit of filling on your wrapper, fold that bottom corner up, tuck the sides in, and roll it tight. Now, don't skip this next part. You need to seal that last little corner with a simple paste made of flour and water. That's your insurance policy. It's what keeps them from bursting open in the hot oil. When you're ready to fry, get that oil nice and hot. They cook really fast, so you're only looking for a light golden color. The second they hit that shade, pull them out. Why? Because they'll keep browning just a little bit from the heat even after they're out of the oil. It's the key to getting a perfectly crispy, never burnt spring roll. And now for our grand finale, something that is just wonderfully flaky and savory, kudu chicken pastries. The big secret here, we're using store-bought puff pastry, which makes these one of the quickest, most elegant appetizers you could possibly make. The flavor is just out of this world. So for this kudo-style filling, we've got these small cubes of chicken, some sweet caramelized onions, and diced green pepper. What brings it all together is a savory hit from soy sauce and this bright pop from fresh lemon juice. And then, of course, a little bit of cheese to make it extra delicious. It's this perfect combination of savory and tangy that's just so addictive. First thing you're going to do is caramelize those onions to get them really nice and sweet. Then cook your chicken till it's golden. Add everything else back in for a quick stir. Now listen up because this is a really important tip. Once you turn off the heat and add that lemon juice, you have to let the filling cool down completely before you mix in the cheese. If you don't, the cheese will just melt and get oily, and we don't want that. Putting these together is so simple. Just spoon your cooled filling onto one half of the puff pastry, fold the other half right over, and then press the edges down with a fork to get a really good seal. A quick brush with an egg wash on top will give them that beautiful, professional-looking shine when they come out of the oven. Then you just bake them until they puff up into these gorgeous, golden, flaky pillows. So there you have it, 3 totally different, totally delicious, and totally dependable recipes. This is your new go-to appetizer playbook for pretty much any party or gathering you can think of. You know, the best part is just how flexible they are. You can make all of them ahead of time. And the musakhan and spring rolls, they freeze beautifully, which means you can have amazing appetizers ready to go at a moment's notice. They all use really simple ingredients you probably have on hand, but the results taste anything but simple. They're perfect for impressing guests, but honestly, they're also great for a quick dinner or even to pack in a lunchbox. So, from the aromatic musakhan rolls, to those creamy spring rolls, to the flaky kudu pastries, the only real question left is, which one are you going to make first? I really hope you get in the kitchen and give these a try. Enjoy.